Welcome everyone. Today we're going to end up seeing how to find the first term and the number of terms using a finite geometric sum. And so remember the finite geometric sum formula, which is pictured right here, is the formula we're going to use. So we have the following. We have that we need to find the number of terms in the geometric series. And remember that's our value of n. Okay. And so we have the first term, the ratio or common ratio, and the sum of whatever many terms. We don't know how many terms, but that's what we're going to try to find out. And so if I end up looking at my formula, we're just going to plug in our values, where Sn is a 531,404. And so in order to do this, we are going to use decimals. So you can make sure you also have decimals at hand. Okay? So we have 531,440. Then we're going to set that equal to my first term, which is A1, which is 2. And then we do 1 minus our ratio, which is 3, to the nth power. Remember, that's the part that we don't know. So when we just put n, close my parentheses. On the bottom, we also have 1 minus our common ratio, which is 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the following. We're going to end up using 531,440, this part right here. I'm going to graph that. And then I'm going to graph this second as a second function. So let's go to decimals right now. I have decimals.com calculator open. The first one, we're going to graph it as it's going to be a horizontal line because it's just one value. 531,440. I'm not going to put a comma. That's very important. Please do not put a comma in there. And then the second one, since we're talking about, I could actually call it S of n equals, and we had our first term, which was 2 times 1 minus our ratio, which was 3. I don't know to what power it is. Remember, that's where we put n. And all of this is divisible by 1 minus our common ratio, which is 3. Okay, and you notice we have our graph. It's like an exponential graph. I guess you guys are familiar with it. If not, that's what it's called. And so if you notice, I have the blue, I have my graph, but I don't see the red because it's a really huge number. And if you guys are familiar with it, this is a horizontal line. So one thing that you can do is just press zoom out, continue to zoom out until you're able to see that graph. Oh, there we go. There it is. If you notice, what does it say? I have 531,440 as my y. That's what I have. And this is where they meet that point. So my value of n is 12. So guess what? We just solved our problem. So yes, for this part, you are going to be able to use the decimals calculator to be able to solve. So that's one thing that's very important. Make sure you are familiar with it, that you actually do try to solve using decimals. So we just found that n is equal to 12. And that's what we needed to find out. Okay. Let's try a different type of problem. Now we are looking for the first term. We don't know what the first term is. That's what we're looking for. So again, using my formula, I know what Sn is. I have 12,285. That is equal to my first term, which I don't know, so we're going to put A1, and then 1 minus my ratio, which is 2, to the nth power, and this time we know our n, that is 12. And then at the bottom, we'll do 1 minus 2. Solving for each step, there are things that I could end up calculating. Okay. We could do the bottom, which is the 1 minus 2, right, which is -1. We could also, we leave the first term. We could also do the 2 to the 12th power. 2 to the 12th power is 4,096. The 12,285 right now, we just leave it alone. We just bring it down. Okay. How do we get rid of that negative 1? Remember, we multiply by that negative 1 times negative 1 on each side. So now I have a negative 12,285, which is equal to, we still don't know what A1 is. And we can also do the 1 minus 4,096, which is negative 4,095. Okay. Now to solve for our A1, our step is to divide. Since we're multiplying by the negative 4,095, now we're going to divide by that amount. So if I divide negative 12,285 divided by the negative 4,095, you actually obtain A1. So A1 is equal to 3. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teacher. Have a great day.